Hi guys, welcome to another anime packaging overview video. Today I thought we'd take a look at Chrono Crusade. This is a nostalgic for me. This is one of the first shows I ever watched, and I know I've said that a lot recently, but this really is one of the first shows I ever watched, like in the first 5 I think. And it still holds a lot of nostalgia. I still think it's pretty darn good. I'm maybe not rate it as highly as I used to, but I still rate it pretty darn good. It's great on my scale, which is 8 out of 10. I think it's great. So yeah, this is a 24 episode series. It was made by Gonzo. It's definitely one of Gonzo's better shows. It was broadcast in Japan between 2003 and 2004. It's based off an 8-volume manga by Daisuke Moriyama. And yeah, this is the ADV release, which came out in this lovely Artbox, which I absolutely love. This is one of my favourite art boxes in my collection, which is why I wanted to show you it. As far as the standard art boxes go, where you put 7 volumes inside a box, this is by far one of my favourites. It's also one of the ones I own in terms of condition. It's one of the best. It's practically mint, which is awesome. Okay, so we got Rosette on there. She's the main character. She's like a nun demon killing exorcist. Awesome. Yeah, she uses these guns to kill demons with, I think the bullets have like religious insignia on them. This show's got a lot of gunplay, which is a big bonus in my book. I really do like gunplay in my anime. Okay, and then moving across, we've got onto the back, we've got Satella. I always want to say Nutella whenever she's there. Chrono, who's the demon, Asmaria, and Rosette, obviously. And then we've got Rosette again, and Chrono in his more adult demon, fully formed form. And then we got the top up here. Okay, let's have a look then. We've got 7 Gospels rather than volumes. They're called Gospels. I really liked when companies did that. What was it? Elfin Lied had vectors. This one's got Gospels. I like it when they do that. It's better than the same volume over and over again. So yeah, we've got 7 Gospels put out by ADV. The first one came out in September 2004. The final one came out in August 2005. So an 11-month release schedule for a 24 episode series. So yeah, 7 volumes for only 24 episodes. This was really in the boom, as I've talked about before, where they were really stretching the releases as far as they feel they could get away with. So yeah, let's take a look at volume 1. So here we have, let's try and get this as close as possible. Yeah. So here we got Chrono and Rosette. Try and get that right. A Plague for Demons, Gospel 1. Rosette and Chrono, and they have a contract, basically, is the concept of the show. They have a contract because Rosette's twin brother or brother, Joshua, has been kidnapped by a demon, I believe, if I remember correctly. And basically the idea is Rosette, despite being a demon killer, makes a contract with a demon in order to help find Joshua by using his powers, in a sense. But every time they use Chrono's powers, Rosette's life ticks away a little bit more. So yeah, the idea is that she's essentially sacrificing time of her life for helping getting Chrono to help find Joshua. It's a really, really awesome show. It's really action-packed. It never ceases to stop, really. It just like keeps going and going and going throughout the whole series, and its ending is amazing. So yeah, basically we have here, just to quickly explain, we have a reversible cover, which I'll quickly show again, just so I can stay where I am in terms of what I'm doing. Okay, so we got a reversible cover. I really like the reversible covers in this. I really like the fact that they are of a different colour palette, basically, which is my favourite part of them. Is that they don't look the same as the outside, because what's the point then? I've seen so many reversible covers where they look pretty much exactly the same as the standard cover, so yeah, it seems pointless. We got Rosette again, Holy War Gospel 2, and the spine, And the back. The back's not really too much to shout about. There is a extra series that goes across all the volumes, which is called As Maria's Extra Classes, which is kind of like some weird history lesson DVD special. It's not very good. But oh yeah, another really cool thing about this show is that it's set in the 20s in America. So it's set in the real world in the 20s. Obviously it takes artistic license with the real world and puts demons into it and stuff. But it's set in the 20s, just after the World War and the Great Repression, so it's got loads of mobs in them and stuff. So here we've got Rosette and Sutella again. Nice reversible cover. Nice sky blue. So you got like loads of classic cars, and you know, when they're out in the Wild West sort of thing, it kind of makes sense, you know, because back in the 20s, not all of America was fully built cities and such. So the bits where they look like they're in the Wild West makes sense. We've got Rosette, Chrono, and As Maria, the World, the Flesh, and the Devil, Gospel 3. And spine, we've got Rosette on the spine, and the back. And we got the inside, we've got a purple disc this time. This design is basically the watch thing that is Rosette carries around. I think pretty much that's what it is, like the ticking away thing. We've got Rosette and Chrono on the inside. Nice different design for them in different clothing. That's volume 3. And we got volume 4, The Devil to Play. And we got Rosette and Chrono again. Rosette is a really good character. I can kind of understand if people find her annoying, because she's actually quite young. I think she's only about 12 years old. Like the character's only meant to be about 12, which is kind of ridiculous. She doesn't look anything like she's 12. She looks more like she's 21 or something. But I think she is only meant to be about 12. This one's called On the Highway to Hell. Okay, so no, that's just on the back. I already said what was on the front. Blah blah blah. Yeah, she's kind of like a bit overbearing, I suppose. She's like really hyperactive, and had the voice actor or voice actress, sorry, for Rosette. Kind of has like a slightly annoying voice, but I think it works. I suppose because it was one of the first shows I ever watched, I took a lot of the things that some people might find annoying and just didn't. It never really had an effect on me, because it was the first time I'd seen a lot of this stuff. So yeah, Between the Devil and the Deep Blue Sea. This is Gospel 5, and we've got As Maria and Rosette again. And the spine, As Maria on the back. And then the back. The back's essentially the same every single time. The watch is in a slightly different position, and yeah, the colour banding of the cross, but it's pretty much the same every time. Nothing too special. And we got the inside, yellow this time, or orange. And we got a bit the shader, and I've really struggled with who this is. I think it's Joshua, but I'm not 100% convinced. Might be Father Edmonton, but I think it's Joshua. So that's the inside for volume 5. And volume 6, Devil's Advocate, or Gospel 6. And Rosette and Chrono again. The spine and the back. I apologise for any glare. Hopefully there isn't too much. On the disc. And we got Mary of Magdalene on the inside. Who is the person, obviously the organisation that Rosette works for, the Order of Magdalene. In case I didn't mention. That's the company that she works for. That's the person who's named after. And then and finally, volume 7, which has the same art, as you can see from the back of the Artbox. Hellfire, Gospel 7, sorry. The final volume. This volume is a hard thing to watch. I shan't ruin it, obviously, but for those who've seen Chrono Crusade, they might agree with me. At least I hope they would. That the ending to Chrono Crusade is... it's very effective. It's one of those endings that bothered me for a long time after it finished, and it didn't bother me in a negative way. It just affected me in it bothered me in that it was still with me. Almost a couple of weeks later, I can still remember thinking about it. Anohana is the only other series that perhaps had a greater, profound effect on me. But to be honest, the ending of Chrono Crusade, being it was one of the first handful of shows I watched, it was the way that the ending affected me was one of the key reasons why I got into anime as much as I did. You know, Full Metal Alchemist was amazing, but I kind of, after a little bit of research after watching that as one of my first shows, I kind of came to the conclusion it was amazing because Full Metal Alchemist is one of the best anime ever, and that was a general consensus at the time that it was the greatest anime ever. That's why I found it amazing. So when I went exploring other anime, perhaps not expecting such great, such great things, to find Chrono Crusade's ending affected me so much, made me realise that, yeah, anime's pretty badass, and I'm going to continue watching it. That's Rosetta and Chrono again, that is essentially what they wear at the end. But yeah, it was an ending that is fantastic, quite frankly. It's also something that makes it kind of difficult for me to watch this show on a more regular basis. I've only seen it twice in the 6 years since I saw it the first time, so yeah, it's not an easy show to watch because of the ending, but it is a fantastic ending and a fantastic series. And if you have not seen it, I highly recommend it. Chrono Crusade, the complete series in the ADV Artbox. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a bit rough, but yeah. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.